Today's video, I'm going to be going over the Saints news that, of course, happened this past week. Since, of course, I wasn't able to record this past week because I was busy with work. This is my second time actually recording this video because I've had this problem before, and I've told you guys this. This microphone has an echo switch on it, and apparently it was on, and so now I have to redo this, and I have to redo it. Re-say that. If you notice stuff different. Of course, the angle is a little bit higher. Yes, I got a new haircut, and yes, I kind of shaved. If you remember my last video, which the last video was a Saints recap video of the 2025 season. If you guys haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. Definitely go check it out and all that. But I'm redoing this video, and of course, the other thing is, yes, it's a little bit higher than it usually is, and yes, I am standing because I got a new desk. I got one of those standing desks and all that, so probably in some of my videos, a good chunk of my videos, I will probably be standing a lot just because I kind of like to stand and make me help walk around, because if you know, I sort of move around a lot when I'm sitting down in some of my videos, if you guys notice. So a lot of standing will happen in some of these videos, but there will be a few videos where I will be sitting down. But of course, I'm redoing this video because the echo was on my mic, and so the whole video is just my voice echoing, and I didn't know because I'm a dum-dum and I didn't check. So, but anyway, like I said before, we are going to go over some of the Saints news that I wasn't able to talk about, or the Saints news that happened this past week, because again, I wasn't able to. I'm busy with work and all that, and I just never really had time to try to get anything recorded. Or I did try at one point, but my editing thing, the Filmora is what I use for my editing, was kind of acting up with that past video, so having to redo here. If you hear a little bit of noise, my mom was doing dishes or whatever. But anyway, before we get into the video, as always, if you guys are new to the BrewCrew channel or haven't yet here on the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit notification for future upcoming videos. I do Saints videos, football videos like with the Saints and LSU. I do wrestling videos as well. Of course, I haven't done a wrestling video in a while, but hopefully at some point this week, I'll try to get something out. I'll try to get something out. And of course, like I said before, I do LSU stuff. I initially wanted to do LSU and Saints. I do still want to talk some stuff about LSU. It's just a little quick. It's just, of course, some stuff about transfer. We have had amazing transfer players and definitely bolstering up this wide receiving core. It has been really, really great. Oh, crap, I dropped my pen. Dropped my pen. It's been an unbelievable transfer portal, but the one thing we have yet to get is a quarterback. And I'm about to start to panic, and a lot of fans are, because Lane Kiffin, you're getting all these receivers. Great. Proving a little bit more that we're wide receiver you, but we need a quarterback for these receivers. Whether it's in the transfer portal or it's a commit. So sorry for that out of nowhere pause, because for some reason my phone decided to stop the record because storage happened apparently. So sorry about that. We need a quarterback. Right now. 3 quarterbacks right now are sort of in the look right now. Of course, there's Sam Levitt, there's Husan Longstreet from USC, and then there's the Elon quarterback, Landon Clark. So potentially one of those 3 are going to potentially be coming to LSU. We know Longstreet is potentially going to be visiting LSU either right now as I'm recording this or at some point this week. So it's one of those. Sam Levitt, of course, is the #1 quarterback right now, but he is in the mix with Tennessee and Miami and us and all that. So that's just crazy as well. So yeah, that's mostly it, really. Those are the 3 quarterbacks that we're looking at, and I think it's either going to be Longstreet or Clark, because I don't really see us getting Sam Levitt. So, yeah, I think that's really it for LSU right now that I have for this video. I will probably talk more about the transfer stuff and all that, probably when the transfer portal ends or at some point this week, to try to talk about some stuff with LSU. But that's a little bit of LSU stuff that I wanted to talk about in this video. Making sure the echo was not on. But let's go ahead and just get into the Saints, which is what you guys wanted to watch, or clicked on this video to want to watch. Because, of course, that was sort of the title of this video. But a lot of stuff, of course, happened this week for the Saints. First, let's talk about two players real quick that had some big accomplishments and accolades this past week. That, of course, is Tyler Shough and Chase Young, both winning NFC's Players of the Month this past week for December and January. Tyler Shough, NFC Rookie of the Month, and Chase Young, Defensive Player of the Month for the NFC. Both very well earned for both. Tyler Shough, of course, amazing December he had, and an amazing rookie year. He's up for Rookie of the Year right now. Could potentially win it, over 2,000 yards, and of course is your quarterback of the future, so that is definitely really big. And Chase Young, I mean, capping off an amazing season he had after missing the first 5 games due to an injury, had questions coming into this season because of that, and was definitely doubted because of us giving him an extension, and he proved everybody wrong. He proved everybody wrong that he does have it, he can still play at a high level, and he can definitely be that top 2 player that he was when he got drafted back in 2019, or 2020 I should say, by the Commanders, and he's definitely had a really great season, and hopefully has a bright future ahead of him with the Saints. Talking more about both players, first with Tyler Shough, of course it was said by Baker Loomis and Kellen Moore on a press conference interview between the two of them, I think this past week on Thursday, that they are fully committed to Tyler Shough right now after a great performance in his rookie year, so that is definitely big, mostly meaning he's your guy for next season and potentially your guy for the next few seasons depending on how long he can perform really well. And it's going to be interesting to see for the second year because we're going to get to see how well he could be in a full season instead of just coming in halfway through the season. So we'll just see. We'll see, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. Looking forward to Chase Young, who says he has found his fit in New Orleans, which I love as well. He's gotten praises for all the other defensive players like Cam and DeMario. He is definitely going to be a big future top player, especially if Cam Jordan is not coming back next year, which we'll get to that a little bit more in a minute with, of course, the draft coming up. We'll get to that. We'll get to that a little bit more when we get to it later on in this video a little bit. But Chase Young, definitely a perfect fit right now, and hopefully he can keep up this momentum, and definitely up with him as well. Can't wait to see how a healthy full season goes for Chase Young, so I'm definitely looking forward to it for him, and of course this Brandon Staley defense. I have under that because I also saw New Orleans is up for another Super Bowl, hosting another Super Bowl is what I mean. Apparently on a bid for the 2031 Super Bowl to host that Super Bowl in 2031, which that is interesting, so I definitely look forward to it. New Orleans is always a great place for hosting the Super Bowl. I think it has the most, or second most, or tied for the most Super Bowl host Super Bowls, which is really great, of course. Of course, hosted the most recent one last year. Of course, we're on the road to the Super Bowl right now. Kind of have one of the wild card games right now playing. If you see me kind of looking off and seeing, because I'm trying to see what's happening. Right now I'm watching the Bills and Jaguars. So, and of course it's Sunday right now as I'm recording this, so I don't know when this video will come out when you guys are watching it. So, anyway, continuing on, we also signed a big wide receiver, Damon Alford, from the CFL, and I saw some of the highlights from him. He looks really great. Looks like a jump ball specialist kind of wide receiver, along with him and Devon Vele as your kind of two big jump ball wide receivers with, of course, Chris Olave and whoever else you have as sort of the speedster wide receivers. Could be a pretty good wide receiver room. Speaking of Chris Olave, of course, he was named second team All-Pro, probably close to be first team, but he does join at the second team All-Pro, so congratulations to him, elite level season. We'll get to, of course, see how this offseason will go with his conversation of an extension. Mickey Loomis has talked about it, said there is a little bit of talk. Probably will focus on it whenever they get to that point later on this offseason, but he is well deserved of some sort of extension. I think he deserves it, an amazing elite season, and hopefully he can improve on it and continue it in this next season in 2026. So that, of course, is big for Chris Olave. real quick before we get into more of the draft, Kellen Moore was also praised by Mickey Loomis and, of course, by other players and other fans for his leadership as head coach. He rallied behind his players for that big December month and get us to 6-11 after we started 1-9. Great turnaround for him in his first year. Of course, there was some questionable stuff that we hope he could have worked on, but it is what it is. It was his first year, still first time head coach, and we'll see how year 2 goes for Mr. Kellen Moore. And the final thing, of course, I do want to talk about, I haven't really talked about it much, is, of course, the draft. I don't want to get too much into it. Of course, the Saints have the 8th overall pick, so we did not change or anything after the loss against the Falcons, which I thought maybe we did. I thought we would have gone up, but still, we have a top 10 pick. And looking on the NFL website, we, of course, number 8. But it says our biggest team needs, though, edge rusher, wide receiver, offensive lineman, cornerback, and defensive lineman. Only 2 of those positions, sort of 3 of those positions, I would actually like us to get in the first round. In the first round. And the one position I'm seeing that doesn't show as a big need is a position that a lot of people who do mock drafts, show us having to get. And that, of course, is a running back, with a lot of people thinking we could get Jeremiah Love, which could be big for a running back room, because you don't know with Alvin Kamara, and, of course, you don't really know the status with Keandre Miller, and also these other young running backs like Estime and Neal. So having Jeremiah Love could be pretty big for your running back room, especially if you don't know with your veteran in Alvin Kamara if he's coming back or if his time with us is coming to an end, sadly. But we'll have to see how this offseason goes. That could be a big one. But the other positions I would like for us to get that we definitely do need, that is the actual biggest needs, definitely an edge rusher or defensive lineman if you want to combine both of them, and a wide receiver. Whoa, excuse me. Saw that wrong. Wide receiver, of course, because you want to try to help out this still young quarterback with Tyler Shook, and also bolster up your wide receiver room. I mean, you just signed this Alfred guy from the CFL. You potentially could have Devon Bailey come back healthy, and Chris Olave, if he's healthy through the season, even though, yes, he missed one game, if he can continue his elite level of play, then definitely, yeah, it would not hurt if you want to get a first-round wide receiver to help bolster your wide receiver room. I definitely would not hate it. But probably the biggest one, though, if you want to go defense, is defensive line with edge rusher. Mostly because you don't know the status with Cam Jordan. Was this his last year? Is there going to be talks for maybe one more retirement year contract or something like that? Even if you do, I would still like you to get an edge rusher, because if you get him, make him learn behind Cam Jordan and even Chase Young, and then when you get to that point of potentially, okay, Cam Jordan's probably done, then you cut off the leash, you let the guy go, depending on how his rookie season goes or something, if he has performed pretty good in his rookie year. But those are sort of the top 2. Offensive lineman, I really don't want us to get another. I would like us to get maybe later on, but first round, I don't think we really need that big of an offensive lineman. We have some good offensive lineman players. They just need to stay freaking healthy, which I know is hard for them, but they just need to stay healthy for almost the whole season. Of course, I mean, you got Kelvin Banks, who was a first-team All-Rookie, and who's a first-team All-Rookie, who definitely has a bright future with the team. So I would definitely be okay with just that. But I don't really want us to get another offensive lineman in the first round. In the first round. And then cornerback, I mean, I would probably see it, but, I mean, you already got some pretty good star cornerbacks with Sanker and Riley. I mean, Sanker's technically a safety, but you got Riley, who could perform as a good starter cornerback. You will have to see how Alontae Taylor. Only thing I would see us get a first-round cornerback is if Alontae Taylor doesn't resign with us, because then you just have Quincy Riley and Colin McKinstry and then whoever else you have. So it probably would not hurt if you get a cornerback. But that would be sort of my third biggest thing, besides but sort of the big 3, or I wouldn't say third, but probably fourth. But me, in my opinion, the big 3 positions that I would see us get: edge rusher, wide receiver, or even running back. Cornerback, I would probably be okay with because, you know, the Alontae Taylor thing, and you would have a young core of cornerbacks. So I think either way you get a cornerback would be pretty good. So I think that's everything that I talked about that I had written, of course, written down. So I think that's, of course, where I'm going to end here. Sorry again for that cut out of nowhere in the video as well. For some reason, my phone was like, storage is too much. Do not record anymore. I'm like, great. So sorry about that. And so yeah, so if you guys made it all the way to this point in the video, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments down below of all the news that I talked about and other stuff with Saints, or even with the LSU stuff I talked about earlier in the beginning of the video. Let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments down below. What else was I about to say? Oh, let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification for future upcoming videos here on the BrewCrew channel. And also, like I said before at the beginning of the video, go check out the Saints recap video. The link will be in the description below, or will also be at the end of the video if you guys want to just go there. But still, if you want to kind of pause in the middle of this video and then go see it, even though I'm saying this towards the end of the video, I don't care. But definitely go check it out. Link is in the description below. And with that out of the way, again, subscribe, like, notification bell, future videos. I don't know why I did that. Hope you guys have an amazing, blessed day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.